man, so a big day for Fantom. Price currently up 3% at the time of recording, but more importantly, there's a critical piece of news which is helping Fantom move in the green direction. I know it's been a while since I've made a dedicated Fantom video, and a lot of you guys were asking me, have I U-turned on Fantom? Do I no longer believe in the Fantom ecosystem or project? I'm going to address that here in this video, but first, make sure you hit up the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're also going to look at the key levels in the charts and do a bit of TA on Fantom as well. Again, guys, if you want to trade any of these moves with me, I posted a video a few hours ago on Bitcoin. You can trade those with me using BYBIT. Links in description. Get yourself up to $4,000 in bonuses trading using one of the exchanges which I use. You've got BYBIT, links in description. You've also got BitGet, two great exchanges which I personally use in the description. I don't leverage trade. I don't margin trade. I specifically only do spot. So please don't get wrecked. Only trade if you know what you're doing. Right, so Fantom sitting up 3% on the day, but obviously when you look at where we've come from all-time highs of $3.40, people are looking around for vindication, right? They're looking to crypto influencers, maybe like myself or others who talk about Fantom, to say, have you changed your mind? What's happened? You no longer talk about it. Now, I want to address this once and for all here on this channel. From the start of this year, it became abundantly clear that we were forming a downward pattern, and in a downward pattern where crypto was specifically so correlated to the stock market, to NASDAQ specifically, and treated as a risk on trade, it made very little sense to show you chart patterns on just Fantom specifically. Now, updating you on fundamentals, like I'm going to do in this video, is all important, but with chart patterns, we have to remember that we're looking towards Bitcoin. When you're looking at low market cap altcoin like Fantom, you have to look towards Bitcoin. And Bitcoin was just tracking specifically the NASDAQ. Now, during this downturn, when Bitcoin hit 17,600, and even at the price points we're at right now, I've made it abundantly clear that I'm focused right now on accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not letting myself get distracted with any other plays, specifically not low market cap plays, because I need my bandwidth to be clear. I need my focus to be clear that when I get some cash, I'm accumulating on these at good price points, and that's it. Now the time will come when I update you all, when I'm ready to start picking back up some altcoin purchases, but it won't go straight to Fantom. I'll then go through the market cap list. Do I want to add any BNB? Do I want to add any Solana? Do I want to add any Cardano? Then go down the list through market cap, before we then start heading towards some of the smaller market cap projects like a Near Protocol or a Fantom or an Algorand, and we'll cover those off at the relative moment. Now, I completely understand if that means you may miss the bottom on Fantom, right? You may miss it, and we may get above 30 cents on Fantom, and therefore you miss some of the lows we could have had. I get that, but for me as a decision, that's the decision I've made to focus my attention on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm happy to buy some of my altcoins a little bit more expensive afterwards, just because it clears my mind to focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the reason I want to do that, just to give you some of the rationale behind that, Bitcoin and Ethereum are your big anchors. Now, with your big anchors, it's harder to get those bigger moves to the upside. So to be able to pick up Bitcoin at 17,600 or Ethereum when it was around 900, these are huge coups and great opportunities for you to accumulate, and you need to take the most of those. Getting Fantom at lower prices, these are more volatile coins and they can do crazy returns, right? If you're investing in Fantom, chances are you want from here at least a 20x, right? You might want a 20x, you might want a 30x. And therefore, if you're entering in 5 to 10% later, maybe you're entering at 35 cents instead of 30 cents, right? Is that really going to make a huge difference for you in the long scheme of things when you want to do a 20, 30, 40x on some of your smaller cap projects? No, that is why I'm more happy to layer in some of those and miss some of the bottom. That's perfectly fine, as long as I can focus on trying to nail the bottom a little bit better on some of these other projects, the bigger market cap projects. Now, please understand, my situation is slightly different. I've been buying Fantom for quite a while. It grew into a larger part of my portfolio. I then trimmed, and I still have a significant portion in Fantom. So I do have a decent sized position in Fantom in the layer one portion of my portfolio, and I don't necessarily need to chase it. Now, if you're somebody else coming from a different situation where you've got high conviction in Fantom or any other altcoin, that doesn't mean that you can't accumulate right now. But my focus personally is to build up Bitcoin Ethereum, because I want to bolster up those positions in my portfolio, and I feel like I'll have time for those altcoins afterwards. But you guys can make those judgment calls based on the prices you see. If you see a cheap price for project you like, you look at Solana, you look at Near Protocol, you look at Cardano, you look at Avalanche, and you just look at the price and go, you know what, Avalanche at $19, I want some. then go ahead and do that as long as you have conviction and you're not going to panic sell if it then falls to 16 or 15 if we have another turn down to the downside on Bitcoin. Because like I said in my videos earlier today, I'm preparing for a long run downturn here on the global economy and crypto, the likes that crypto probably never has seen in terms of a global financial slowdown, right? Similar to 2008, maybe even worse, right? So we want to see what happens then, what does that look like, and how does it play out? Because there's no immediate path to resolving this inflation issues. I don't think stock markets are suddenly going to return back to all-time highs. We may get relief rallies. We may get Bitcoin go back up to 30, 33, maybe get a bit more excited, right? But longer term, we've not resolved ourselves out of this situation yet. So I cannot say with confidence that we're just going to run back to all-time highs now. No, we haven't quite been through the worst of it yet. Right, so that brings me back onto Fantom. A really nice pattern today forming. We can see here on the charts, on the hourly, Fantom really did hold up nicely, okay? You can see once we entered this wedge pattern, we did break to the downside, and then the support came in from 20 cents, and really people started buying this up. Now, you can see on the Fantom versus BTC chart just how well this has been outperforming Bitcoin ever since the 14th of June. So the last 10 days or so after this bottom, Fantom really has been outperforming Bitcoin and just going from strength to strength, which is very, very interesting. Now, the next levels we want to see here on the 1 hour chart is, can it go and reclaim 30 cents? That's going to be the key. Right now, literally as we speak, I might be posting this video a couple of hours later, but Bitcoin is trying its best to break out from this head and shoulders pattern. If it does, and more importantly on the 4 hourly, if Bitcoin can get above its EMA ribbon here, if it can close a 4 hourly candle above its EMA ribbon, okay, you can see here it's just ticking red here on the 4 hourly candle, then that could suggest that we get a change of the 4 hourly trend to a bullish trend. And that could be really good for altcoins and can really help coins like Fantom have a sustained move to the upside. Now, on the 4 hourly chart, we can see Fantom's already above its EMA ribbon. It's not only been above it, but it's even collected support from it and bounced from it again. So it's ready to really head up to 30 cents, but it needs the wider markets to move with it. Now, fortunately, today we've got a green day in the markets. NASDAQ 2.3% up, 2.2% up on the S&P, and 1.8% on the Dow, which is a huge move. And the stock market is trying to end a horrible week sliding into the green, which is good. Now, this piece of news is the news I really wanted to share with you, which is HyperChain Capital, one of the investors in Fantom, have tripled down their investment with another $15 million investment. And this is really, really important because remember when I said, are we heading into a downturn? Now, the reason a lot of projects fail in a downturn, apart from malpractices, right? Apart from rehypothecation, misallocation, lending clients money out, all the other kind of catastrophes we've seen from various other projects can fail ethically simply through not having enough runway. No different to a startup company, you need enough runway. And that's the same thing for Fantom. This is the critical point in its life where it needs runway to keep funding them and buying them time to get to the next bull market. And I always use the example of Elon Musk at Tesla. Elon Musk went through this really tough time where he had to fund Tesla with his own personal money, and he was literally hours and hours and on the brink of going into bankruptcy. And any startup would have and continues to go through these challenges, and it's your ability to navigate these which will ultimately allow you to graduate to a higher market cap project. So this is a good sign that Fantom continues to attract investors, as this article says, as billionaire investor and founder of HyperChain Capital, Stelian Bauta, adds another $15 million. HyperChain has a considerable investment track record in the past few years, a practice that enables them to keep doing well as other funds implode in the crypto winter. I think they're referring to 3 Hours Capital, who are one of the biggest crypto hedge funds, which phenomenally imploded. Go watch my video explaining what happened there if you haven't watched that. Crazy story. As the cryptocurrency ecosystem undergoes its regular cyclical bear market that has come to be known as crypto winter, the top investing firm HyperChain Capital is showing no signs of wavering its support for Fantom, following an additional $15 million investment in the protocol. Now, I tweeted at the guys at HyperChain to see if they will come on the channel for an interview. Would love to interview the team over at HyperChain to find out why are they so bullish on Fantom and to hear their point of view. But again, guys, this is something I've been talking about. The biggest players right now are deploying capital, right? So you've got two types of people now. You've got those that are deploying capital and those which are in financial stress. And those who have cash and dry powder ready can go and buy these ones at super cheap prices. And that is why HyperChain is able to now go and double down on their investment right now because one, they believe in Fantom, right? They've not U-turned on their opinions. If they did, you wouldn't invest more. You'd be looking to get it out. But also they can see that it's a clever price point, and now they're trying to ladder in their buys, right, into Fantom, so to speak. So this is very, very very interesting. The latest 8-figure investment follows 2 previous investment rounds, including initial of 2.5 in 2018 and then 15 million in April of 2021. The Fantom network is a high-performance, scalable, and secure smart contract platform. Yes, we know. Okay, good. More than 178,000 smart contracts launched on Fantom network. Yep. Process more than 850 transactions per day. Yes, we know that. Almost 3 million unique wallets. Yes, we know. Okay, cool. So that was the big news. Oh, here we go. This is the quote. So according to HyperChain Capital Stellian Bouter, Fantom has the strongest technology stack out there. They can process multiple transactions simultaneously, dramatically increasing network throughput. I am extremely confident in their technology roadmap with further improvements to consensus and the launch of the Fantom virtual machine. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I think I pretty much echo that sentiment, right? I continue to believe in Fantom. It's definitely going to maintain its place in my portfolio as a position I hold. Now, the only caveat we have for Fantom right now, and I'll just be completely transparent with it, is everybody credits Fantom's technology, which is absolutely right. The only bit they need to figure out is maturing into a company. And I don't think I'll be remiss to say, look, that's the piece that they have to figure out, but you can't figure it out before your time. You have to figure it out as the project grows, as you become more mature, and as you really develop into a mature company with the structures in place. And I think that's the piece they're going to have to work out. But right now, critically, it's good that they're able to attract more investors in so they can get through this bear market and have the funds necessary to run them through this downturn. Now, it makes complete sense if you're an investment fund, when you're looking at the landscape of other layer 1 solutions, why would you not put a little bit on something like Fantom? We've seen what's happened with Terra Luna, right? We've seen some issues with Solana in their downtime, right? So what are you really left with really exciting technological stacks? You saw Ethereum have their issue with staked Ethereum and Ethereum depegging and how that affected the Ethereum mainnet. We've seen the delays with ETH 2.0. We've seen Cardano making decent progress and now really starting to get moving. Binance continues to be really seen as, a centralized chain. So then really, what are you left with? Avalanche, Fantom, Near Protocol, Algorand. These are the players who maybe 1 or 2 of these can really graduate from that smaller market cap project and launch themselves to be a top 10 project in the next bull run. And that's what you're looking out for, because that's where you can get some really effective gains. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Have a good weekend. Don't forget to watch this Fantom video, and I'll see you in the next one.